Hello and welcome to GBR. You find today racing with the guys from the MRC in the GT3 World Series. This is League 1, round 8 I believe. As you can see we are at Suzuka and it is wet. So it will be interesting to see how this race unfolds. But after 10 minutes of qualifying, Toby on pole in the Jag. In second place we have Leeds in the Jag, so Jags 1-2, good qualifying for them. In third place we have Dark Clark in the Genesis. In fourth place and well out of his pit box, grid box, yeah, everyone else seems to be okay. Just Mocking decides to not abide by the rules in fourth place. In fifth we have Judge in the Dodge. In sixth place we've got Golden Brownie in the Aston Martin. In seventh place we have Fubuki in the Honda. In eighth we have Fat Pickles in the Dodge. In ninth place we have JRC in the Subaru. In 10th place we have Brucey driving the Merc now. Obviously they've had a few car choices this season. In 11th place we have Midnight in the Honda. In 12th place we have James in the Turdmobile. And in 13th we have Bazza in the Aston. So 13 drivers for this round. Let's go to the front and get these guys underway. This is a sprint race, so 20 minutes, and then we'll be followed by the feature. So intermediates, it looks like, is the tyre to be on for Toby here as the lights go out at Suzuka, and everyone seems to get off the line fairly well, Mocking up to third place. Judge has gone up to fourth, so Dark Clock down to fifth place already. Not a great start for the Genesis off the line, but everyone seems to be getting through the first corner nicely. Oh no, we have got a spinner. We've got Brucey in the wall. What happened with Brucey? Did he get contact, or was he just lighting up the rears like he normally does? Yeah, just off the curb there, that little drop down he had, and that's just ended up going into the barrier there for Brucey. So starting the race not how he wanted to do, but see how he gets on later on. But Toby leads through the first sector. Judge there in third, Dark Clark back to fourth, so he's got past Mocking, who's in fifth. Fubuki there in sixth place. Golden Brownie in seventh, just ahead of Fat Pickles in eighth. JFC ninth. Midnight in 10th place. The third James in 11th, and Bazza in 13th. Brucey there. Bazza in 12th, sorry. Brucey in 13th place. But everyone seems to be on the intermediate tyres. Anyone going for a late move into this corner? Golden Brownie going out wide. Should be able to get the power on ahead of Fat Pickles, and he's going to be under threat from JRC in the Subaru as we're coming up to Spoon. He's going to be the last of the late breakers coming up here. Looks like Fat Pickles is just going to let JRC slip through on that one. But everyone keeping it nice and clean, wet weather, and it doesn't seem to be affecting many of these guys. Now as we're coming down the back straight up towards 130R, do we have a lift off through this corner? A few brake lights up ahead, so yeah, we will be going slower than normal, the flat out pace. Who's that gone out wide? JRC's gone for a nice little 360 spin there. Did he get it too fast into 130R? Looks, yeah, just on the power too early there. Slight little tap to Midnight there. I don't know if Midnight's being affected by that. Excuse me for any coughing. Slight cold at the moment, but yeah, Midnight looks like he stayed in 8th place, but JRC there down to 12th. Fat Pickles. Oh, did Fat Pickles think that he touched him and went for the spin? Brucey's coming into the pit. So Brucey's had enough of them intermediates. The weather indicator bottom left will suggest that probably the end of this lap it could be slick tyres, but you've got to stay on that racing line. You don't want to be going offline because you will just spin out. But everyone's still nose to tail at the beginning of lap 2. I do believe this will be about a 10 or so lap race. 20 minutes, 2 minutes a lap, should be about there. Judge there in third, a little bit of a gap to Toby in front, but might be just trying to give himself a bit of room just so he doesn't miss any braking markers in the Dodge, because he's got Dark Clark right behind him in that Genesis. So we will see. Obviously with Brucey pitting, is he absolutely pulled off a miracle here, but Mocking there been taken by Fubuki into the hairpin. Golden Brownie was having a look but just couldn't get past either of the two in front. James there in 8th place, doing alright in the Turdmobile. Midnight there in 9th, just ahead of Bazza in 10th place. But yeah, we'll see if anyone's going to be brave enough to come into the pit. Brucey there, he's still going around. It looks like he's not lost too much time to the guys in front with that pit stop as well. What was, it's hard to tell with him pitting that one. Leads there. Oh, he leads, has got past Toby. I've missed that. How did this one happen? Where the hell was this? Oh, down towards turn 1. I completely missed it because it was the two Jags. It looks like yeah, Leeds has just got the drive coming down the main straight and pulled alongside Toby, gone for the move in towards turn 1/turn 2. Gets it nicely done, parks it on the apex so Toby can't get past. But I'll just skip it back to where we were, which was Leeds running it out wide through 130R as we're coming into the Casio triangle. So will any of these guys think about coming into the pit? Cameraman doesn't want to pick anyone up at the moment. Fubuki doesn't. Mocking's come into the pit, so he's the second driver to think about coming in. JRC comes in, so does Fat Pickles. So we'll see where these guys come out in relation to Brucey, which you can see on that weather meter it is just on the edge of softs and intermediates, or slicks and intermediates. But so stay with Brucey, see where he comes out in relation with these guys. It looks like Mocking has made the jump. No, there's a yellow flag. Who's that for? That's for Mocking. So did he light up the rears coming out of the pit? Yes, he has. A nice little spin there. Not as gracious as JRC's spin, but it's going to drop him back and give him a 3-second penalty for cutting the pit exit line. So Brucey, he's leapfrogged them 3. So is this a great strategy call there from the Mercedes team? Because obviously everyone else is going to, looks like they're going to have to pit because that weather meter has dropped. Yeah, 1.3 seconds purple as well, just through sector 1. So great call, as I say, for the moment. Bazza there, he's moved up to 7th place. He's got past James and Midnight. Don't know if that was on the last lap as well. Sorry if I missed it. Fubuki there, he's dropped down to 6th place. He's been taken by Golden Brownie. So Golden Brownie's got a little bit of room in front of him and behind, but Dark Clark's got past Judge as well. So everyone seems to be making moves on this lap. If I keep going back and watching every overtake, it'll be an hour-long video. Toby there looks to the inside of Leeds as they come into 130. He goes out wide, very wide, does Toby, as we're coming into the last couple of corners. So do any of these guys think about coming into the pit this time round? Let's see when the cameraman decides to change. No, the front four go round. Golden Brownie, he's coming into the pit. So does Fubuki. Bazza goes round again. Looked like James was coming in. Yep. Midnight's come in. So there's only 5 more guys now that haven't pitted. Which you can see there on the leaderboard top left. We'll see how Brucey comes out. I'll stay with Bazza until Brucey comes on the screen. There he is. So he's gone past, and he's got past Golden Brownie and Fubuki. Fubuki's flown out the pits compared to Golden Brownie. Golden Brownie a bit too careful there on pit exit, and Fubuki's gained that position. But Brucey's got a nice 3 or 4 second gap over Fubuki, so really doing well. James there looked like James had a 3-second penalty there. That'll be for probably pit exit, I guess, as well. Same as what Mocking done, but didn't lose it as badly. Obviously now with the dry tyres on, you don't want to be venturing off the racing line, because you'll be on the wet trying to get past someone. But James seems to get a little bit deep there, coming out of the first sector, and he's going to have wet tyres now for a couple of corners, but looks like he's hanging on to it. It's Mocking there in 13th, so surely these guys will have to be pitting this time around. And I saw someone spinning in the background, or in the background. I can see who it is, just couldn't get to him. It was Brucey. That's unfortunate for Brucey. He was doing well. Oh, he's running deep, and he's lit the rear end up and sent it spinning. Fat Pickles has done the same, like in that rear end up. But that's unfortunate there for Brucey. He's gone from potentially being in first place down to 13th, just from a simple little mistake of running it out too deep on that hairpin. But Leeds and Toby still fighting for this first place. Surely you'd think you'd work together and try and break that gap to Dark Clark and Judge behind, but surely all these guys will be coming into the pit. Yes, they do. Judge comes in as well. Will Bazza? I'm sure he will. Yes, so that is everyone now into the pit. See how they work out with the rest of the gang that are coming through. Ooh, to be fair, they're all still fairly close. We're 9 minutes in, so we're nearly halfway. But you can see obviously the guys in the pits, their little blue arrows. See how they fare with Fubuki and the rest of the gang. Looks like they've all been able to stay ahead, but Fubuki flying into turn 1 up to the rear end of Judge. Just can't get past, but Dark Clark. How has Dark Clark got out ahead? Did he just... He's done the same as what Fubuki done to Golden Brownie and just floored it out of the pits. Made the move through Leeds through due to the ghosting, and chucked it up the inside of Toby. Toby gets a little bump there from Leeds, but that's Dark Clark now into first place. Will he now be able to check out from the 2 Jags who clearly don't know who wants to be in front? Judge there, he's right up behind him. Fubuki's there as well, so is Golden Brownie. So the top 6 to have a nice little gap. JLC's not too far behind there in 7th place, so good race there for JLC so far. Bazza, he's got a 3 seconds, so he's done what Mocking and James done, I'm guessing, on the pit exit. So that will allow Fat Pickles, Midnight and probably Mocking to get past him when he serves it on the back straight. James there not too far behind either, so yeah, there's only a little gap between Golden and JRC, and everyone else seems to be pretty much line astern. And Brucey there back down to 13th. You can see there 2 minutes 16 the last lap round, and when he did set the fastest lap of a 2 minute 3. So yeah, he was flying. Just unfortunate. Dark Clark, yeah, he's pulled about a second now over Toby in nearly a whole lap, whole out lap that these guys are doing. Toby there, he's got a little bit of a gap over his teammate Leeds, in third, Judge there in fourth. Ooh, JRC and Golden Brownie having a bit of a battle here coming into the triangle. But JRC still just sticking there behind Golden Brownie. You see there from that camera angle, everyone's pretty much still together, these top 7. So they've got a nice little breakaway over Fat Pickles, Midnight. Where did Bazza come? Bazza's in 12th place after that 3-second penalty. That's unfortunate. But he's going to have fresher tyres. I don't think it's really going to be a matter with the tyre settings that we have for this race. Seeing that Brucey's been in on lap 1, he's now on lap 6. Really no tyre wear at all. So it's not like you'll be able to gain too much from when the guys in front's tyres decide to die. But Mocking, he's setting the fastest laps at the moment, so he's been on them for, where did he come in? End of lap 2. So yeah, he's been on them the most, probably got as much heat. And he's gone in deep there through Degner 1. And now through Degner 2, he's got it squared back up, and away he goes. Midnight right on the rear end of Fat Pickles, probably trying to see which way he can get round that Dodge, but knowing that that Dodge is the fastest car on the grid down in a straight line. Well, comparable to the BMW as well, but I think the Dodge is still slightly a little bit quicker. Midnight, just you see the gap that's opened up. You know, it was like half a car length on the exit of the hairpin, and it was about 3 or 4 car lengths coming into the braking zone of the Spoon. And just jump on board and you'll see that the Dodge probably will just pull away from Midnight, even though Midnight's in his slipstream. There you go, he's very only slightly, but yeah, definitely is a lot quicker, that Dodge in a straight line than the Honda. Will Midnight go for the move into the triangle? No, he won't. Fat Pickles goes in deep, it's going to hang it on the apex there, not allow Midnight to get past. As we're coming down the start finish straight for the start of lap 7. These guys all still line astern, Judge there. Oh, Toby, what's happened to Toby? He was running second, he's got in a bit too hard, he's touched the green stuff, and that sent him spinning out. He's probably going to wait until he gets off, because there is a bit of a gap there of the green stuff at the end there, but he's now dropped down to 7th place for Toby. That's just going to give Dark Clark even more of a gap up front. Let's have a little look. Yeah, he's got a probably about 1.5 second gap or so to Leeds there in 2nd place. Judge there in 3rd, so doing well for the Dodge around this track, seeing its high speed corners, but obviously the straights I think really benefiting the top end speed cars over the likes of like Fubuki in the Honda, which haven't got as much top end, it seems. Same as the Aston and the Subaru there. But see if Toby can try and work his way back through this pack. Obviously it's fairly close, so trying to get a slingshot through the slipstream, it's going to be quite hard for Toby, with obviously the JSC right up behind Golden Brownie and Golden Brownie right behind Fubuki. But Midnight has done it, he's got into 8th place, he's got past Fat Pickles on this lap. So now Fat Pickles is going to have Mocking right behind him, but looks like Midnight's opened up a nice little gap to Fat Pickles down this back straight that Pickles won't be able to make a move coming into 130 up. He's just going to have to, he did a little dab of the brakes there for the Dodge driver through 130 here, but I'm sure a lot of guys just have a little lift off, a little confidence lift to send it through. James there, he's just ahead of Bazza and Brucey, so these three having a nice little ding dong battle for 11th place. Bazza just his fast. I think everyone's going to be setting their fastest up now. The fuel's starting to wear off and the tyres are still hanging on quite nicely, but Toby at the moment's got the fastest lap of a 2:09. Obviously I would do a lap guide, but it's such a short race and a lot of action. I think quite a lot of people know about Suzuka, but Judge has got leads on the exit of turn 1. He's going to be on the outside for the left-hander, but looks like he's going to just stick it there. Leads his nose off on the exit of that left-hander, and Judge now up to second spot. Probably with Fabuki. What was Fabuki's that time? Very similar, to be fair. But he's been able to gap Toby, that's why, because Toby has moved up to 5th place now, but Fabuki's gone for the move up the inside of Leeds as well, but backs out through Degner too. Probably thought it was a bit of bump in there to try and get past, so just Leeds off and let Leeds go again. So it's like Leeds is under the threat of losing a podium, and now with Toby right up or catching up to the rear end of Fabuki. So now he's dispatched of JRC and Golden. JRC's got past Golden as well, probably in the same incident. When Toby got past JRC, he probably just followed suit. JRC's gone wide now through Spoon, so the work he used Toby to get past Golden, he's just undone it through just missing the braking point. But now that Midnight has cleared Fat Pickles, we'll see what Midnight's lap times are, see if he's going to be catching up to JRC and Golden up ahead of him. Fat Pickles, yeah, look at the tyre wear on that Dodge. He's pitted on the end of, what did he pit on, lap 2 I think, for Fat Pickles, and the tyre wear is already showing quite a lot, same as Mocking as well. When you look at Bazo, right, he pitted end of lap 4, absolutely nothing, but he's been able to get past James. James must have had an incident somewhere. Half a second penalty, and he's dropped off the back of Bazza and Brucey. As we come on to, I think, the penultimate lap, maybe one more. No, I don't think we're going to get it one more. It's going to be close, but I don't think we're going to get it. Dark Clock there, well out in the lead now, with everyone else fighting for this second spot. Leeds runs it out wide on the grass, coming up out of the first sector, up towards Degner 1. But Fabuki can't capitalise on it, and now Fabuki is in a jag sandwich. Which way is he going to go? Is he going to try and push forward to get in that third spot, or is Toby going to try and push and get past Fabuki, and then have a push to see if he can get his teammate as well? Goldenbrand, he's got a half-second penalty. That's going to drop him into the clutches of JRC in just around the exit of Spoon. It looks like JRC's it's going to be close. What were their lap times? 2:03.6, 2:04, and Midnight 2:01. So Midnight absolutely flying on the last lap, gained 2.5 seconds on JRC. JRC running it out wide there, but let's see if he will catch up to Golden Brownie. Now Golden Brownie's taking that penalty. Looks like Golden's just going to keep ahead of him, coming into 130R, or just enough to give a bit of dirty air as well to that Subaru for that corner, which you want all the clean air you can get. But yeah, Fat Pickles in 9th, still battling with Mocking in 10th place. Bazza now a little bit on his own in 11th place. Brucey there, he's just dropped off the back of Bazza, and obviously James had that incident, looked like on lap 8 in the Turdmobile. But Stark Clark 30 seconds, yeah, but he's not going to be able to finish this lap and get on to the next one, so looks like Dark Clark is all his to lose at the moment. He's got the fastest lap of the race so far. Judge there in 2nd place, Leeds in 3rd. Toby has got past Fabuki, so will Toby now try and really push on to get back into 3rd? Obviously he binned it when he was in 2nd, so he's done a good job to get up to 4th place, because I think he ended up in 7th. Yeah, he ended up in 7th after the bin that he had. But Midnight, he's all over the rear end of JRC by the looks of it. So he's been able to bridge that gap between Fat Pickles and JRC. Yeah, 2 minute 1.4, so another nearly 2 seconds on the last lap to catch up to the rear end of JRC. But now he's going to be in the dirty air. How is he going to be able to get past JRC? We have only a couple of corners really to go. I would say really you've only got the triangle as a chance to overtake, but it looks like it's all pretty close up front here for this second spot. Leads there. See, got Toby that's closed right up behind him, but I will have to jump to Clark, who will come across to win the first race. Flashes the headlights as he comes across and sets the fastest lap on the last lap as well. Judge there, great race for Judge, will come across to finish in second, leads in third, Toby fourth, the Buki will finish in fifth, Golden Brownie holds off JRC to finish in sixth, JRC seventh, Midnight in eighth, couldn't get past JRC, Fat Pickles ninth, Mocking in 10th place, Bazza will come across to finish in 11th, Brucey, brilliant strategy to start off with, just didn't work out with that spin in 12th, and James in the third, finishing in 13th. Thank you also for watching. If you've enjoyed it, hit that like button, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye bye.